hear as much tree damage as Whisper Lake.
So what do you do?
So I'm actually, I was the
They're gonna have to
full-time
take out
music associate for
a bunch
student
of
worship.
trees.
So I led worship for the students, college kids,
Yeah, it is.
young adults and stuff like that, but also helped out in the music ministry. And then our worship pastor retired. And so now I've kind of stepped into the interim worship leading role.
Have you?
Yeah.
The
So
drought
we got a
made
choir
the
director,
trees
but
weak.
I kind of help with the
And then
planning and the leading of the worship on
beetles
Sundays. So,
got
Okay.
in there. I mean, it's not
Very
every
cool.
tree, but
and then that, and then
it is.
doing my
It
master's
really
in
is.
New Orleans.
They can ruin
Oh yeah.
trees real quick.
So yeah, you Zach's
Once
doing
they
it.
get them, start
He's doing his
killing, it's a
doctorate.
wrap, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't have many classes, but
You know,
we kinda
one of
go
guys
with the
I was
same
friends
professors.
with said, You can't sell the timber
No.
once they get in.
No, the only way you can get it is hold on to it and just call it Pecky thing. It's just something
Yeah.
that's got the holes.
He said
Did you grow up here?
burn.
no, my
It destroys the wood.
parents were in the Air Force, so we
Not
kind of
unless it's,
we moved around a
it has
lot.
no purpose, not unless
And
you're doing something.
we finally landed in Collinsville, which is outside of Meridian.
Yeah.
We landed there about 10 years ago and been there ever since. So I went to college at East Central Community College and then went
Get rid of
to
that tree
William
on the
Carey
wall.
for my bachelor's.
Okay.
So
It hangs off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big-
I've only been here for about a year and a half now at this point.
I think it's number one, or is it number? It is number one.
And did
You
Zach
gotta
tell
hit
me
around
right
the
that you
trees.
go
That's
to
number
you go to Grace
30,
City?
maybe.
No,
What's the one that's right there on the right?
I go
You pretty
to,
much got to aim
a
for
church
it. Just
called
the
Christ
left.
Church.
Oh, that's right.
It goes to the right.
He might have been thinking about Grace Community because
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it may be.
the guy who started
Where
our
it's
church,
a
he
really
came out of
sharp
Grace
dog
Community.
leg.
Yeah.
Everybody I know
And if you
goes
hit
to
it,
Grace
You
Community,
can
so
hit- if you
Oh, really?
hit
a lot of people go there, yeah.
it, in the air, you can get
Yeah,
over
get
those.
over
Isn't that
trees.
where
Yeah.
Anna,
Just
his wife,
about
came from?
land
Grace
on the
Community?
green.
Or is
Yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I almost.
I heard a lot of things. All those people that go to Native normally all go to that
I
church.
did it right, and it a high right, a push fade, I'll call it,
Yeah.
and wound up about 20 yards from the green.
Yeah, that's nice. Good thinking.
You enjoy it, the first stuff, Jackson?
Yeah, man. It's
It
been
was
a lot of
accident, but it's
extra work lately.
It
but,
turned out
you
good.
know,
Yeah, you take the accidents.
when you're just serving the church, you gotta just take what you get, you know, and make the best of
Not
it.
going out of
Yeah.
town or anything.
When did you,
I'm going down to
how long you been
Orange
married?
Beach Tomorrow.
I've been married for about 8 months now. I got married in May,
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's been pretty quick. Yeah, we got married and then
3 days.
Zach proposed
Try
like
to
a month and a half later.
play
Oh,
somewhere.
nice.
So
Yeah.
it's
Was
pretty
he in
close.
your wedding?
You know, they got a little
Yeah,
nice
he was one of
parking
my
courses
groomsmen, and he
Yeah,
played for
yeah.
it too. So yeah, that's pretty crazy.
There's Peninsula.
Where'd you meet your wife at?
A camp called Lake Forest Ranch in Macon.
Several courses.
Yeah.
She was on staff and I was on staff, and
Yeah, we're gonna try to
she
play
lived in
out-
Hattiesburg. So when I was at
we're
Cary,
gonna
we
try to
got
get
close to each
Vegas
other.
this year.
That's awesome, man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Where have you been going previously for cuts?
It's a place over in Fondren.
I didn't have
His name's
any-
Josh. He's pretty good. He does it really well. I just kind of was looking for a change of pace.
Is it in
Kinda
Dilling
small.
Hall or
Almost everything.
No, it's in the. It's where Roosters is. at
Yeah, yeah,
Jay
yeah.
Bass
I know
Lane.
you're talking about.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I just
Yeah.
kind of looking for
That's-
swap it up a little bit.
And still didn't have a double bogey, so that's five 3-putts for bogey.
How long you been cutting hair?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I've been at it for about 4 years
what it
now.
was.
Did you go to
Also,
school for it, or did you just?
Yeah,
Start
in the state of Mississippi, you have
Yeah.
to
How you like
to
it?
get a license, you have to do
Oh, okay.
No, it's
1,500
supposed
hours.
to be more
1,500?
forgiving.
Yeah.
Golly,
Yeah. This is not scientific.
Yeah,
that's like how many years?
I
4?
think it is.
It is?
Yeah.
No,
Everybody says it has
it's
control because
a year.
guy, Rick
Oh,
said
they don't do it by 3
He did a
hours. They do
testing
that.
yeah, it's like
kind of review.
I did like some people
And,
if you're
was
doing
intentionally hitting him off the toe.
like only
But
nights,
still,
Yeah.
he's like, man,
it'll take
you still get good
maybe
distance,
like
you
2
still get good
years
control.
or more. But
How many hours per
He was
class?
impressed with it.
I did like full days.
I'm not
Oh, I'm
saying
understanding
I
what you're
haven't
saying. I thought you meant like credit hours.
Yeah.
So like, you know how some classes are like 3 hours each?
Oh,
So I
yeah,
thought you
yeah,
meant
yeah.
1,500.
No,
hours.
1,500 hours total.
Golly, okay, I'm understanding now. Did you go to JSU for that or somewhere else?
Try to
Right
play
here?
No, it's Mississippi Barber Academy.
In town, I say, come on.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
more like a trade school.
Can't make
Yeah,
it,
and that's here, right?
Yeah, it's right up the road.
Yeah.
But you can, they have like,
Yeah, it wasn't.
they have a program at Hines you can
Past weekend
do
when we went
as
walking,
well.
we hardly
But
nobody
I did the
out
Mississippi
there.
Barber Academy. So that was
We loaded up on balls in the ditches and
Yeah, that
everything
was-
else because we were walking in that time.
kind of a last minute decision.
Monday,
Yeah.
it was pretty
I
busy
started
out in Lake Carolina.
during COVID.
Because they closed the
I got more
airport.
Yeah, so
people
say they closed
that were
everything
wanting
else.
Yeah.
to get
And,
cut
I
from
think
me
there's a
because
men's league that plays
I had been
in
cutting my
Florida.
own hair for
They have a pretty
while.
good group.
Yeah.
and when some of the shops closed, some of my
Yeah.
close friends that knew that
Man,
I
we'll
cut
have to,
hair, they reached out to me and was like, hey, can you
let
come
me know. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
do like a
gonna
house
play
call type
Carolina.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you were perfectly
If
fine
you
with
wanna go
that.
one Monday,
So that
man,
kind
I'll
of
take
started
off.
making me think about doing
Alright.
it more as a career because I'd always been drawn to
Play
barbering.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Sure.
What were you doing before that?
That's one of my
I did
things I've never
wedding
really-
videography for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
But,
enjoy it.
It was hard
Pretty tough.
decision just because
That's what I hear.
I'm married
It's-
with
it's not-
3 kids,
it's not
about to have my
overwhelming.
4th.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man.
And
Well,
so taking
as long as I'm
time
out there, I think the challenge is
to
good.
do a whole year of schooling while still having to provide
Yeah.
was
And it's
It was
in
pretty
real
rough,
good
but
shape. They did,
God
did some
God
work
allowed
on
it to
the
work
bulkheads,
out just 'cause I was-
around
I was doing the wedding videography,
the
so
lake.
Yeah.
I still was able to do
and,
that.
Yeah.
Rebuilt some of those.
Were you doing that full time then?
Yeah, I had been doing that full time since 2015,
Oh dang.
and I was wanting to.
Man,
I was
tell
wanting
ya,
to get out of it, and
they're
so
not- the greens
I thought I
aren't
wanted
as
to invest
hard
in
as,
something
Whisper Lake.
like barbering that I could do
Whisper Lake is
long
hard.
term.
Oh man.
Because that's kind of more of my
You know,
passion.
undulation.
My brother started the
If you're not in the right
video
spot,
stuff,
Yeah.
and I'd always
you
done
get
creative
screwed.
stuff, so that was a little easier.
Yeah.
But
See where they got one of the.
yeah, we're
the
doing
flag
weddings,
on,
man. After all the years I've
I think
done
it's
it,
number.
got burned out.
No, I don't blame
It's
you.
number 5. It's on the front 9 because
Yeah, I used to work
mad.
in a catering
It's
business.
like where they put the hole,
And so I beat on
It's
that
just
other
a
side of
mount.
weddings.
Yeah.
It's not
and
fun.
you're either gonna make it
Oh,
or you're
did
gonna
you?
go
Yeah.
all around it and kick out.
So working for
And I
them,
went
they
to
were
my
also a
third
rental
flood on it.
company
I was
too,
like, I'm
so
done.
we do
I should've
like
made
chairs
it
and
on
tables
point.
and everything and
Little 2,
food.
3 foot taps.
Oh yeah.
So it was not my favorite. But
Yeah, it was.
I know what it feels like to be on the staff side of
You're
weddings.
above the hole on
Were you
downhill putt.
Yeah.
You're
Uh,
the 3 putt.
so you came to
Par five,
Jackson?
back
Did you go to
nine,
college
number-
somewhere?
Yeah, I went to
11,
Cary, William Cary,
Oh, yeah.
Gettysburg,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
It runs
now
down by the
in
houses.
New Orleans. But
Yeah.
That,
a lot of people don't know
that
where
hole,
Cary is
they had-
unless
man,
they've
they had that
been
flag
to
place there
Hattiesburg
one
multiple
time,
times.
man. That hole makes
But-
me mad.
yeah, I got my bachelor's in
It should be simple. Just
worship
hit
leading
straight and
from
run.
there.
But
So
damn, I go to the right and I'm by the yards, and then I go to the bowl,
Do you play
ditch area, try to get out
any
of
instruments?
I can't.
yeah, I play
If I do
guitar is
play,
my
I seem to
primary,
always get past
and then
right there at the top of the
I know
hill
enough on piano
for
to
my
get
second
by,
shot.
but
I'm
not
either gonna
enough
go in the
to
bowl, or I'm gonna go that
keep going.
stupid little
Yeah.
cypress.
enough to get me through what I need. But that's about it.
It's
And
bad
then
'cause I
you know,
the
playing guitar
holes
means you
on
can
the
play
back
at
of my
least
hand.
3
I can't
instruments. So
just get right.
because bass and electric too. But
Throw it down, boy. There you
so did you go to school for videography, or did you just? did you go to school
No,
for
that
something
was
else?
just kind of
go. Yeah, you get a Monday. let
a
me know.
learned
I'd love to
treat.
do it. All right.
So did you go to college?
Play live
I
with
didn't
friends
go to
can play
college.
on Mondays and stuff.
My brother and I, we did music for a long time. That's
Oh,
actually
really?
how I
Looks like
first
you know in
met
advance, and I'll book
Jack.
it. Mark my
We
calendar.
had him play on one
Well,
of
the
our
weather's gonna
tracks.
start being nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was glad we're getting some daylight.
Yeah,
back.
my brother and I. So we did the wedding videography
The other night we
to be
played,
able to basically
out
have
there
the
at
kind of
like
schedule
4:30.
to travel and play music.
Walk
Yeah.
and get 9.
So
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I did that for a long time.
Yeah, it got dark about 5:45.
And then my brother ended up moving to North
Yeah, I got
Carolina
it.
to take on a job there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got sandwiched
So
between
that was kind of around the
Boston
time I
and
was thinking
front.
about
A
just
foursome
getting into
behind
something
me.
else.
Mhm.
And it was,
But
you know, there was nowhere I could go.
Yeah.
And even if I
Yeah,
went
I,
to force them through,
because we
Yeah,
did
you're still
that,
stuck.
we just
Yeah.
we never
Like,
had
you'll be
thought
waiting
about
in.
like really going to college for anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing, getting out of rhythm.
No, that makes sense. What did you play in the band? What kind of band was it?
It was a kind of an indie Christian
So I just
worship band.
sat
Well,
back and
I say
relaxed.
worship, it was more like kind of indie
No, I went up to
alt folk kind of
Bedford,
band.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's like
to
Need to Breathe kind of thing.
resort up there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
And they have a really a top notch.
Maybe a
golf
little,
course.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's under
not
12
as
inches
kind
of
of
snow.
rocky.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
But it's
that was cruel.
Yeah.
we were called
It was cruel,
Secret
but, I mean,
Servant.
it's like the top
Okay.
public
What'd you play
course
or
in
sing?
Pennsylvania.
I did. I played a guitar and would do. Both my brother and I would
100
alternate
years
with
old.
vocals.
Okay. Was it
And
just
we
y'all two,
do
or did y'all have a
harmonies.
full band?
We had.
During the summer.
It was mainly
we
us,
like
but we would have
175.
people like when we would
Oh,
travel.
really?
We had people that would play with us,
Maybe
and we had another guy when we started
resort.
Yeah.
who was more like full time with us, who did.
Yeah, that's like some of
Um,
the, it wasn't bad. One of the my
He,
friend
like,
went last
programmed,
year, he's got family that lives there up in Vegas.
Yeah.
And, it
We
was
had a lot
outside
of like
Vegas, but,
synth
like, the little
and
package,
stuff
the
in our
weekend package,
sound,
Yeah.
to stay there.
and
Right.
Yeah,
he did a lot of like
all-inclusive
programming
Sure.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all.
with synths and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just kind of like
Almost
would
$400?
take members out with us if we
3
needed,
days?
like a
Oh
drummer.
man, that is cheap.
Yeah.
But mostly my brother and I rewrote everything.
Well, that's kind of we're staying.
But yeah, it was like it was on the last
Resort.
track we ever put out in
And they had a deal.
2020
Stay 3 nights.
that
Rooms like $100.
we got
a
Zach
night.
to
Yeah.
come play.
Yeah.
Because we always
Hey,
like
that's worth it.
having
It's not bad.
Yeah.
strings and
I mean, you
stuff.
got
$100 a night,
yeah.
you can get a hotel now.
Beach access and all that.
Yeah.
So I met him, and he was actually one of my first clients when I was cutting during the COVID years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think he told me that.
I have a girl I went to school with. She has a beach house in Perdido.
So where did you meet your wife at?
She travels a lot.
That camp,
Yeah.
Lake
Oh,
Forest.
I'm sorry, you already told me that.
Yeah, we met there, and then she
She's all the
went
time
to
asking, it's like, "You
she
wanna
was
come
going
down?
to school in
Come stay here."
Hattiesburg, and I was going to school in
love
Hattiesburg, and so we
to.
kind of
I think my wife would approve.
connected in that way. And then
So does she live
she went to
there?
Ole Miss,
Yeah,
and
she lives
we did
there,
long
too.
distance for a little bit, and then one thing led to the other, you know.
She's on the beach.
How long have you and your wife been married?
Since 2017.
Gotcha.
She's married to a dentist, got divorced.
And kids? What
She had that
what's your
place
kid
as an
situation?
investment.
We have
This
3 right
worked out
now.
good
Yeah.
for her.
About to have our 4th.
How soon?
Good place to
April.
be.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man, that's awesome.
From the weather and
Boy, girl?
everything else.
I have 2 girls.
You can,
My oldest 2 are girls.
Yeah.
And then my youngest is a boy right now, and then we're having another boy, so it'll be.
You wanna put on the
That's
card?
awesome. You have an even household.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty
Add
exciting.
$5
Yeah.
for tip.
What's the ages of the ones you got right now?
All right.
Always, man.
Take care, man.
Thanks for the balls. I love these, man. I'm
My
telling you.
oldest is 5 and a
I've
half.
hoarded them because
Okay.
I love.
So they're
I love people with the
all
bees
pretty,
and the snails. I don't know
close.
what it is about
Yeah.
the
Sounds
snails.
great. And they
That's
got a
awesome.
sale on them.
Really?
What does your wife do?
2020.
She stays at home.
The
Oh, that's awesome. I love
2023
that.
ball is on sale.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
They hit
very
good. They hit really good.
blessed when we got married to
They're
be.
coming out with a new
We were
version in
basically
April.
kind of given a house.
I don't know anything about
That
it,
was
but
in her
I did
family.
see that. I get their
It's like an
ball.
older
Yeah.
home that had kind of been just
I'm
tossed
gonna get some.
between
We gotta
like
sell the
cousins
new
and
ones,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that now.
And
Take
so
care.
they,
All right, Robert. Have a good weekend.
her family was like, well, if y'all wanna, we'll just give y'all this house.
Where's it at?
In Harrisville.
Okay.
This is Simpson County.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a little commute, but that's been really helpful to allow her to stay home,
Yeah,
because we want to homeschool. And
that's awesome. I love that.
so yeah, that's been good. I'm thankful that she can be with them.
Mm-hmm. How'd you get this gig here?
So he went to the same school. He owns the shop.
Okay.
His name's Josh.
Hey Josh,
What's up, dude?
I'm Ryan. I'd shake your hand, but it's underneath this tarp.
It's all right.
But so he found out about me through that school,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Got my hair cut. See if you actually cut hair.
so this actually used to be a shop before they renovated it. It had been serving as a barber shop for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But he took over ownership, and so we just kind of connected. I started cutting his hair and knew that he was going to be opening this up, so I
Oh, it's nice, man.
kind of waited out.
Appreciate it.
for it.
It's in a good location too.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's good location. It was rough.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. We just wanted to make something cool, relaxing.
it is. It's cool.
Not the obvious, no graffiti walls.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is probably one of the most populated places in
Yeah.
Jackson. So this is awesome.
We get good foot traffic.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get much like if people didn't come here though,
Mhm.
because like I didn't even know what this thing was.
Yeah.
But the name is good because the name helps.
Yeah.
With underground, that helps a lot.
Yeah. Everybody talking about the bar, like a sign.
Yeah.
These fucking bars, like, Barber. Oh, Robert. These are the balls they play with in 007. Bond.
Really?
The old James Bond. Penfolds, the British company.
Does he always bring you?
He always brings these balls.
That's awesome.
I'll take them because I'll lose the hell. Yeah, Robert Sick is a guy. He's an old engineer for energy, but he didn't work like here. He worked at Grand Gulf.
Yeah.
And he made very well for himself.
Yeah, I'm sure it
But
does.
it is retired.
So, where are you going to? You're getting your master's, you said?
Yeah, I get a master's of music and church music, so I'll finish that up this fall. It's really just a piece of paper at this point. But for some reason, churches really like to have you have a master's, so just trying to finish that up, and then right now I'm in more of an associate role at First Jackson, so we'll see if that goes anywhere. But if it doesn't, then I'll probably be looking for somewhere to serve as a worship pastor somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Were you at Zach's wedding?
Yeah, I was going to his groomsmen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was there.
Oh.
I wasn't in it, but I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of his groomsmen.
That's cool.
Their story is just so fast that it's crazy that I've seen them when they were seen him when he was single, and when they were dating, and when they were engaged, and when they were married. That doesn't feel normal to me. I feel like normally it's like you become, especially since I've only been here for a year and a half. So it's like it's crazy that in a year and a half he was single, dating, engaged, and now married.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's how everybody should do it, if I'm being honest. I hated the way that I had to do it.
Yeah, that was kind of like how my wife and I
Yeah.
were. We had pretty quick.
Yeah, me and my wife dated for 3 years, I think, before we got married.
Oh, really?
It was awful. Dating was fine, but being a Christian and dating is kind of sucky.
That's hard.
But
Yeah.
then we were engaged for a year because she wanted like the really, really nice venue and caterer and stuff like that. So that didn't help anything either.
And you were like, come on.
Yeah, no, I was
let's
like,
just
come on, I work at a church. We could probably get it for free.
Let's just.
So,
Did y'all do a honeymoon?
yeah, I went to Gatlinburg. We were there for about a week. It was pretty good. It was touristy, but we went it was right at the end of May when we went. So it's wasn't super packed yet for the summer, but it wasn't empty either. So we didn't have to deal with too many people, but it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Did she do something?
Yeah, she is at school at UMMC. Being a
Okay.
nurse.
Yeah.
So she's working as a student nurse tech right now, and then also trying to finish her bachelor's. So she went to Ole Miss Ole Miss does they call it a 2-and-2 program. So it's basically you do 2 years at Ole Miss and then 2 years at University Medical Center.
Okay.
So it's like, because they're both connected. And so she did 2 years at Ole Miss, and now she's doing her 2 here. And then once she finishes that, I think she's gonna start a midwifery school to try to become a midwife.
Yeah. That's this fourth one we're doing is a home birth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What midwife are y'all using? If y'all using
Her name's Melinda.
Where's she at?
She's off of Lakeland.
Oh, she's here?
Yeah.
And is she like a midwife, or is she like part of a practice?
She owns her own thing. She is just has her own little practice. It's not really like you're not really like, she's certified, but it's not like through a medical industry.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Because in Mississippi, it's like, from what my wife tells me, is that you don't have to be certified to technically be a midwife.
Right.
But like, then people are trying to fight for that. But so she does. Is it like actual midwifery practice?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't think Courtney knows about that.
Yeah. Her name's Melinda.
Yeah, if you shoot me
I'll shoot your number. I'll shoot to your number her contact. I have to get it from
I'd
my
love
wife.
for Courtney to talk to her. Because Courtney's got somebody in Hattiesburg there's a Hattiesburg midwifery in Hattiesburg that she travels all over the place, and so she's gotten connected with them, and so she actually went and watched and helped out with a home birth a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
With Brandon. So
That's cool.
yeah, that's awesome though. Have y'all done all 3 kids like that, or do you do?
No, this is our first that we're doing like that.
Okay.
She's done all natural for all of hers.
Yeah.
And so we just figured all of them have pretty much gone like super quick and, and easy. So we're like, let's just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because we get tired of the hospital.
I'm sure you do. You nervous about it at all, being at home?
Not really. I think it's going to go well. The only kind of nerve-wracking thing about it is just that we're a little further away.
Oh, yeah.
If just something does go wrong.
Yeah.
But
normally they can tell that stuff pretty early on.
yeah, I feel like we would already kind of had some kind of idea. But
It's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
I was really hesitant on it when she told me about it, because there's like all the stigmatisms about it, and it's like I was really hesitant about it, and then she kind of talked me through it, and kind of get it now. But there's some people who are just like, whenever I tell them that she's going to be a midwife, they kind of turn their noses up at it, But it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's awesome, and I think it's actually become more of a popular thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
awesome.
we've definitely had those people who are like,
Of
are
course.
you serious?
Yeah.
But the people that we've known that have done it, it's way better. It's just you're just at your house and can enjoy it.
Yeah, the way Courtney described the one that she went and observed, it just sounded so like peaceful. And for them, they were like listening to worship music and stuff, so it was like really worshipful too.
That's awesome.
Which is cool.
So, what made her kind of want to get into that?
Well, no, it was probably August of last year. Maybe even, it was earlier than that. She kind of got like into the whole organic lifestyle and the natural lifestyle.
Yeah.
And kind of started doing a ton of research into that, and researching like seed oils and stuff like that, and that's kind of where it started, and then it kind of all went downhill towards like the things we use to clean ourselves with and stuff like that, and so all of that kind of led to, and then she wanted to do labor and delivery in nursing school, and so she kind of looked into what labor and delivery was like, and that kind of showed her some of the things that and especially now that she works in a labor and delivery unit, she like, there's things that she doesn't believe are right that she has to do because it's part of her job.
Yeah.
And so she's like, it's so hard. She says like, it's so hard for me to be like, hey, you're in pain, you need this, instead of saying what she thinks that they actually need, which is like, hey, you need to get up on your knees and do this, or hey, you need to, breathe like this, or things like that. She has to be like, yeah, just let me get you an epidural.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really. I remember the first couple of shifts she worked, she was like super beat up about it, because she was like, these people are like in so much pain, and it's like, what I'm giving them I know is not actually helping.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, but I'm so conflicted. And I'm like, well, you got to do that until you get certified, and then you can, you know, hopefully start your own practice or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my wife was very into. She came in from a family that was very into like that kind of stuff, like more natural. Like what you're saying, like even like the cleaning stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I just kind of let her do her thing, but it is true. Just like for me being kind of observing of all of that, and whenever we wanted to do natural out of the gate, I was like, you know, whatever you want to do, like.
Yeah.
But the more we read into it, and we did like a little natural birth course and stuff, it's just like hospitals they're a business, and they're trying to get you in and out, and so a lot of that stuff is put on just because you're on their timetable.
Yeah.
So if you're not progressing fast enough, they're gonna give you stuff, which ends up leading to more problems.
Yep. Exactly right.
If you just let it take course naturally, most of the time,
it'll work out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'll tell my wife she'll be happy to know that.
Mm-hmm. It's not been, you know, for me, she's wanted to change up, you know, everything around us and in our house. So it's like all the way down to the food we eat, to like the things we use to take showers with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I know she's right, and it's like I agree with her and I support her and I'm willing to do what she wants to do, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, man, you know, there's some things that she wants to change out that I'm like, is that really gonna like really help things? But yeah, it's an interesting lifestyle for sure.
Yeah, my wife's not as into it as she used to be with oils, but oils used to be like a super big thing for her family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think like there was like a sect of like the churches we've been in that where people just got so into them.
Oh yeah.
Like the essential oils.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
of course, yeah.
So they were into it for a little while. I used to make fun of them.
Of course.
And they're not really into it anymore.
Yeah. Well, her thing is she has like a really sensitive stomach and immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So like the second she started making these changes of like, you know, not eating anything that was like canola oil or seed oils and only using like coconut and olive oil, like she saw a major change.
Oh yeah, see, we do that too.
Yeah, like she was taking like Miralax every day, and like, cause like her colon was just all messed up, and like now she doesn't even have to take like she takes a probiotic, but she doesn't have to take any of that anymore, just because she swapped up, and it's like, so it helps her, and so because I know it's working for her, I believe it to be true. It's just none of that stuff's ever really affected me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Does she do gluten-free as well?
No, thank the Lord. We're good on everything like that, just as long as it's like naturally sourced. The one thing that we can't find that we wish we could find is raw milk.
Oh
because we like read into, you know, pasteurizing and all that stuff and how crazy that stuff is, and but everything else we try to get as naturally sourced as we can. You know.
Hey, how are you? Yeah.
Well, the raw milk is, I actually like it better.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. There's one farm in Mississippi that's like, not one farm, but in Mississippi it's like, they can't sell you raw milk, but you can do like a herd share. So you like basically you buy a cow almost, and it's like that's your cow, and so whatever milk they produce comes to you, and it's legal. And so as long as the cows are like from like grass-fed
Just a
people
lot
and stuff like that.
shorter.
And so it's like we had one farm that was just getting into it, and so they let us borrow, like said, let us like test some of their milk.
Sticks up a little bit.
And like Courtney poured me a glass of the raw milk and a glass of like
not like
it's like the closest to natural milk that we could get.
Oh yeah.
And she was like swapped them up and then like closed my eyes and she was like, which one's the raw milk?
Yeah.
And I was like so for sure that I picked it because it tasted weird, it tasted funny, and it was the regular milk that we use every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the raw milk tasted so like
so
pure,
so good.
yeah. But it's how we're having a little trouble with it now. They're trying to. There's some people who are really trying to crack down on getting it sold at all, and so it's kind of a touchy, sensitive group of people
What do they normally
to interact with. But we're trying to figure it out.
Shears or clipper or what?
But then like with meat and stuff, like we wish we had some people who we could just buy directly from.
Yeah, because like this is so.
But we're getting
If
there.
you want to bring this down a
Slow
little bit more,
process.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
put clippers on it, kind of clean that up.
Okay.
And then with this hair, you know, like you said, you want to take some length off through here.
Right.
So it can stick up.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
Fine. Yeah. I didn't do that.
All right.
Just went through. Nothing too crazy.
So where'd y'all get married at?
We got married at my in-laws' house.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty.
For a nighttime
Low key.
Yeah, very low key. We had
Oh yeah.
I don't have to sell. So
That's good.
it was a decent amount of people, but it was
Right.
pretty intimate. And,
Yeah.
it was just
How long
nice
you been
because it didn't cost barely anything.
Oh yeah.
But me and Sean.
Yeah.
And after I had been doing all
Beginning
those
of last
weddings
year.
for the longest
Yeah,
time.
you knew what to.
I was just like, man, I don't want anything crazy. Some people, man, they go crazy.
Yeah.
Spending so much money. One wedding I did in Oxford, they spent $50,000 just on floral.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I worked when I was in catering. I worked a wedding that was like the food alone was like $100,000 of food,
Nice.
and it was like for food, man. Just go to Chick-fil-A and buy some nugget trays.
Yeah.
Year end, everything going on.
You got a little bit of everybody, huh?
Right.
What? Who did you cater with?
They're called Pretty Presentations in Meridian.
Oh, okay.
They're a good company, but it was not my line of work.
Actually picking up.
I probably
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
been one that y'all done because
Yep.
Pay for these trucks.
I used to do a good bit in Meridian.
I've never paid one. Most of the people do.
Would y'all go all over with it?
Yeah, we go. The
And I
furthest
look
I
at
think we
it,
ever
yeah,
went
some of y'all always have,
was
like, I don't think most of them pay for
we go down to Hattiesburg a good bit. We go up to
Man,
Tupelo, Oxford.
You know, now it's with everything.
I think we did a wedding in Alabama one time.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Because if you hit a video,
We go all over. I would say mostly
Exactly. Regular
we
video.
work in Jackson, Meridian, or Hattiesburg.
72 months.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Finance and all that with percentage.
84. I saw one the other day. It was 72, and I think it's like 1,600 a month.
Definitely didn't enjoy
No
it.
way, man.
Ridiculous.
There's no way.
What were you? Were you?
That was just like a grunt, basically.
That's like my wife now.
Just
She had
put all the
to
stuff on the trucks,
Yeah.
loaded the trucks,
And,
put out the stuff in the things. You know, like
yeah, she's
passed
looking
out
at it,
food
we're
during the
looking- she's always got,
things, just like the
certified, pretty certified.
grunt
Oh,
work.
yeah.
But I worked there for so long that I kind of got to be
And
like
almost
the lead
always
grunt
good,
work.
but she found
You know what I'm
one.
saying?
Oh yeah.
We got her last
Because
one.
they hired a bunch of,
for like
they'd hire a
22.
bunch of people off the
Mm,
street
no.
just because like they
We
wanted to
found
support
one
the
now, it's
community.
like right at
But
starting
like
hour, and it's like
in Meridian, you're hiring people off the street who are
It's going up a little bit.
yeah, gone
not
a
the
little
best
bit.
of
It's
people.
like,
Yeah.
And so they'd come in and out very frequently. So there was really only like 2 or 3 guys who really were there for longer than a year and a half. So
it's,
wasn't
so
fun.
I'd shake my head at some stuff. That's, my friend was talking about looking at a new truck now because they're doing like this 1.6 finance or 1.9 finance.
Oh, wow, yeah.
2023.
That's pretty good.
I was like, dude, what's wrong with your F-150? Honestly, he's like, well, you're kind of right. And I was like, if you're gonna spend, you know, a couple more, not a couple more, a pretty good bit more
Right.
on something that's pretty much the same looking ball.
It's got to be radically different.
Yeah, for me, it's that I've never had like a new deal, believe me.
Ah.
So that's how hard it is.
So what did you? Were you like a counselor at that camp?
Yeah, so I was a counselor and she was a, they call them tribe leaders,
Okay.
but she basically, it's basically like the young kids in the kids camps, like kindergarten to first grade, we call them tribe. And so she would basically just be a tribe leader and like, basically she's with them all day.
Because that links, it's short enough.
And so she was a tribe leader and I was
It's
a
tight, but
counselor.
it's
So
also
I
long enough. Like
had the
if you
kids
wanna
in
start
the
pulling
cabin
it
and
back. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of a good in between the shoe cut.
pretty much did everything.
Um,
It was fun for a
That's
summer.
gonna get
I'd
people
never
lost.
do it again though.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you
There's a lot.
go with that link,
Yeah,
I can get
and it's
down a
just
little
it's
bit
just
more.
weird. It's like a
Drop down.
like the staff
And,
community is
it'll
like
probably give you
it's
a
a
little
really
more
weird
longevity
dynamic.
grow out, too, if you don't
It's
do
like
that
you're in this
short.
bubble,
Like,
and it's
call
like
it, you call it.
you look back on it now that you're out of the
Do that?
bubble, and you're like, that's
Here, I'll
really
tell you what, let me
weird.
head out right
Yeah.
here for a second.
Like they have
Okay.
like things that we would do that were perfectly normal, but like normal in the camp, and then you step outside, you look from it on the outside, and you're like, that's weird. Like just like the Christian, it'll be like unplugged, you know, no phones or anything. So it's like just us.
You working the
And
one
so
up here?
just some of the things we
Yeah.
do is
That was
like
great.
growing together as a family.
Yeah.
But then you'd like look back out on the outside and be like,
He's a-
bet you some of that wasn't as
Oh, really?
pure thought,
Yeah.
thought-minded
Yeah.
as we thought we were doing.
I ain't talked straight in a while.
Like we had a no dating policy,
So I had a store.
and like
in
so
Concord.
what it
Oh,
did
Pet Supply,
was
Pet
it took
Retail.
away the boundary of dating. It was like
I
no
used
one
to
can
bring
date,
food up
so
there all the
we don't
time.
have to worry about
Couldn't
thinking about what people are doing as trying to date you.
Yeah.
And so it would be like, oh, we can hug
People
or we
look at me
can
crazy
like,
'cause I'm carrying a big thing of
you know,
dog
we
food,
can
walking
all
car
like
dealership, like
hang out
service.
together,
Yeah.
even if it's like
kinda
just a boy and a girl, but it's okay because we're not gonna
Yeah.
date. And you look back on it, you're like, I bet you some of those things weren't as like as pure-minded as I think they were. Just a weird community, but a weird feeling. But it was fun in the moment. But I would do it again.
How old were you when you did it?
I just got out of community college. I was probably about 22, 21,
Oh, okay.
around there. 24 now, so not too long ago. It was in 2019.
Left ear. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Yeah.
Do you still play guitar and everything, or do you just
At church I play.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things when I
What
get
kind
like
of
the free time relaxation.
kind of like songs of worship do y'all do there?
Oh yeah.
We do a lot of like modern hymns.
Yeah.
We use we don't necessarily
Alright,
do
so that's the link
everything
with
out
your
of it,
page.
but we
Okay.
use a.
You like that link? You still you want to
If you've ever heard of Grace Community
Oh, that's good. You go with that?
Church
Alright.
in
So
Los
we'll do the
Angeles,
top two, so we'll blend
it's
in.
Okay.
And
John
do the top
MacArthur's
little
church.
Yeah.
We use
So,
their hymnal.
Do you normally
which has
kinda
like
have
a lot of
natural part
modern
here? I think
Yeah.
you do part
hymns
it.
that like if you ever heard of the Gettys or
Yeah.
We go for it.
that. We do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You can append it.
How much do like
Yeah.
contemporary worship bands do
So
y'all
I'll do a
do?
little bit because the way that is,
We do some every now and then.
he does a little bit of
Oh.
texture.
If
on
it's
it.
just a song that you know is like
Just
worth
put a
it.
little bit more texturizing. That's just where it's not straight. It'll have a little bit of
Like
a little more texture to it.
I don't
And,
know the last
especially if you
time.
wanna
A
wear
lot
stuff
of
like
it
that,
is more of that kind
with some
of
things.
modern hymn
Yeah.
style.
We'll do that.
Um,
Do y'all have like one guy that leads and plans worship, or do y'all have
Yeah.
like multiple people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mainly me and
Mine's
this
automated,
other
so I
guy,
get up, dude,
and we
it's
just
kinda
mainly
bad. I
just
really
do
like that.
acoustic.
Yeah,
It's very small. We're only like
kind of right. And if I don't want to put anything in it,
like 80 to 90 members.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you want to do that, we can
Wow.
do that.
So
Yeah.
we don't have like an elaborate setup or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all
Where do y'all
for
meet
easy
at?
low maintenance.
We meet over here off 55. Do you know where the Kroger is over here?
Yeah.
Right across the interstate. In
Oh,
this
okay.
little, it's kind of like a little old school business building.
Uh-huh.
We just rented that out. It's a neat name.
That's cool.
And today's till 5.
Yeah, it's been
Normally
really
I'm here,
good.
Like there's some nights I don't get
How
long
has it
like
been there?
7:30 or something like that. I'll be late.
We moved there to that location like
Since my wife's out of town.
so
I got
about a
two
year,
dogs.
year and a
No,
half
it's
ago.
stripping.
We were
So,
meeting
Yeah.
off of Lakeland in another like business building.
Yeah. It usually
But,
happens. Like you and the dog live every time.
So who planted the church?
He does something.
His name's
I'm like, maybe
Theo Davis.
Jealous.
So he actually went to Master Seminary in LA, John
Okay.
MacArthur's seminary.
Yeah.
Where you normally get your
So he brought a guy that was there
With,
back
David.
to be an elder with him, and then they had another elder that was around this area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's 3 elders, but Theo was the main guy, and he used to go to Grace here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's dope.
He's something.
So is he still at that church?
Cut up his bell. I'm like, hey, tell David to say
He
bye.
is,
I'll just leave.
Who?
You can't, you
The
can't
guy who
do
plays
that.
it?
I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He
He's-
just gets up
he's
and
one of
goes.
the
Pastor.
So they kind of
Like,
alternate.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
did he even like it?
So do y'all have like
Oh my
a
God.
main
Man.
pastor, or is it like a bunch of elders?
I would say Theo's like the main,
Okay.
but they kind of alternate
Okay.
I thought Alphonse was
in
the
preaching
leader.
every week.
Yeah.
Oh, not. He usually comes in, but Shauna's off. She went to Mardi Gras.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the way it's set up.
Do y'all have stuff for like your kids and stuff, or do y'all just all meet together?
We mainly all meet
No,
together. It's
but,
more like kind
so-
of family integrated.
Yeah.
I wanted to start
But
watching one
we
called,
do
Trail.
have kind of like a little nursery.
And it's so perfect.
for
It's a documentary
just-
kind of deal.
if,
Oh.
But it's like a
if you have
mystery murder.
any kids
Yeah, I
that are
think
just
so.
like
Yeah.
There's this
getting kind of crazy.
Yeah. Do y'all have like
Park or
any like
trail
youth group
outside of
activities or anything
Chicago.
like that, or is it just church
and
on
it's,
Sundays?
It's one of these things.
It's
people start
mainly
noticing that,
we do church on Sunday and then we do like a midweek
Nine, so it's
midweek
trail that people go down and never come back.
group, and we have it held in because we're
So it's
down
kinda
like
one of these-
we
I
have a
wanna
group of
watch it.
people
I think
that
it's
are
on
further
Netflix,
south,
actually.
like we're further south,
Yeah.
and then a group
I was
here in
scrolling through
Jackson,
trying
so
to
they
find something,
have two groups.
Somebody
Gotcha.
sent me that, and I was like, oh, man, this is gonna be a good one.
That's cool. I like that model, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worked really well. And we have like little things we'll do here and there.
Yeah.
Like we have a men's group that will meet like once a month,
Yeah.
and then the ladies will meet once a month and do something. But I like it too because there's not like so many programs
Yeah.
and things. It's
What
more
we're gonna do it-
focused
Okay,
on you and
so I like to
you
get
lead
it
your
where-
family,
You can do both styles,
And,
so if you want to pull it over,
yeah.
pull it over, kind of give you both.
you know, come together and
Okay.
So, well, I'm just gonna
worship together
Yeah.
Good deal.
and be encouraged from one another. But it's not like, I think, you know, with some churches it's just become so overwhelming with all this stuff.
Yeah. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
From Jackson.
You know, I went to First
Early.
Baptist growing
Oh,
up.
okay.
Oh, really?
hmm
That's
My-
cool.
My mom.
You are in.
I come from divorced
Oh, my family's
parents,
from the Delta.
so my mom
Yeah, from Bell's Lawn.
she made sure we were like in
Well,
church,
yeah.
and so she we went there
That's it.
at that
I've had
time.
retail for 20 plus years. My mother
Yeah.
That was like
so I've always kind of cut in.
Yeah.
2000. I think it was like from like 2000 to
Talking to my wife.
2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like everyone in Jackson's at least been to First Jackson at least once.
Oh yeah.
Get going.
yeah, moisture.
Yeah, it's got its positives and its negatives, of course. You know, I come from,
That's the point.
I come from
that's the
churches
thing, 'cause
that-
he always has a point. It's like,
you know, I have in Hattiesburg. I went to a church kind of like Grace City, or Grace Community.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit bigger, but it was kind of that same model of like,
Yeah.
you know, kind of meeting in an unfamiliar place and the kind of worship that you're describing. So like, I've been to that kind of church, and then I went to like a Baptist church in Hattiesburg and worked there for a little bit. And so like, I've only
Yeah,
been
so
in
when y'all
like
start giving-
kind of smaller
getting
churches.
trucks and
And so
stuff away
working
for
at
like
First Jackson's
25,
been like
30,000, let me know.
very eye opening.
What was that church called?
I can't do it.
4 Points
I can't.
4
do
Points?
it.
in Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
They used to be called
Those
the
little Mavericks, we
Lodge,
can't
maybe,
keep those either.
or
You know,
For
those look.
bestsellers.
the Venue,
Those look
maybe.
good.
Venue?
The
They
venue.
really
Okay.
are.
Yeah.
They used to be called the
grew
Venue.
on.
Yeah.
When they
And
first
Would
they're-
they
came
meet
out,
at that venue?
Yeah, I think the one that I think they might have moved since then. I think they moved and then changed their names and combined with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But they meet now in downtown, right next to, kind of like right in the middle of downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a friend who still works there, who works as their student pastor. So it's a good church, but coming from those small churches to this has been very interesting. It's a lot different.
Oh yeah. But
and then on this side over here, where you get to it, I like to go all the way over, and so like I don't like for there to be like some sticking up here like that. So not like a complete hard part here, but like to where it doesn't like stick up on that side like that. So when you're not cutting your hair, what are you doing besides being home?
Yeah, that's what I should.
Do you like play guitar in the free time, or do you just like?
A little bit. I like
Is he working in it?
sing to my kids every night.
Oh yeah,
Not
that's
really
awesome.
sure.
Man. I can't wait to have kids.
I like his place over
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
One of his art pieces.
Right.
His basket out, and I was like, oh, it's a basket. I know that. It's really.
So you like all this to come over?
It's not
More or less, it's mostly just the front here that comes over, but like
So you want this to kind of be down enough to where it's not
not sticking.
okay.
Yeah, so I normally try to put all of it over, and like the back here too, it tends to stick up like straight in the back. Whatever you want to do, just to kind of keep it when it comes over to where it's not like all sticking up back here.
I got you.
But I think
Yeah.
he's Jenning through it pretty good.
I think so, yeah.
You know, that was.
Seems to be.
Part of it. Part of the service. You put anything in it?
Good thing is,
Okay.
he's on this side in the mood tonight.
So like what I'll put in it. It's,
So where is Harrisburg again?
it's a sea salt base.
Or where'd you
It's,
say where you live?
Harrisville.
Yeah.
It's called a dry
Is it like
sand too, so it's
south?
not- I had it in
Yeah,
my
it's
hand.
so
a
like if you're
natural,
heading towards
and
Like
like
Forest?
Hattiesburg,
Oh, okay, towards
it'll
Harrisburg.
give you.
Okay.
it's not that far, but if you're heading that way, it's a little, it's a bit before like
A
Mendenhall.
little bit
Okay.
wider than a pomade or clay.
I think I've
Yeah,
seen the
it's
sign. I
pretty
used to drive from
easy to pomade.
Hattiesburg to Jackson a lot, so I've probably seen the sign before. You say it's probably about like 45 minutes?
Yeah, from here.
Yeah. I bet you that's got its positives.
Oh yeah,
Being so far out of the city.
yeah, we're kind of definitely like in the booms, so
Yeah.
we enjoy it. And my in-laws are like really close to us.
It's kind
Oh,
of
that's dope.
more of a texture if you want to go shorter.
So,
you still got some room
and they
to go
have a lot of
shorter.
land,
It's just-
so
if we go
That's
shorter,
awesome.
Our kids have
see, that's just more of
a
a front view.
good
That's kind of
time.
how I wear mine is get up and go.
Okay.
But it'll still give you, if you want to come over, it'll still give you that.
Oh, yeah.
So if we go a little bit shorter,
Yeah.
then what you're gonna run into is just through the side area and the top through here. This
About how many
bring it a
clients
little
do
bit
you cut
shorter.
regularly?
Okay.
Each
You
day?
do go shorter.
Like a day?
That'd be my
Or just like, do you have like
just because
regulars?
you won't want
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah. I have
The bulkiness here.
Yeah.
outweighs
have a good bit of regulars.
You know,
Um,
and so that's kind of the thing.
most
It's like if you look at my hair,
on an
it's
average
straight
day, I'm cutting like
here,
8
Yeah.
clients a day.
and then it's
Y'all have a
tighter,
bunch of
but I had it
walk-ins?
shaped like a light bulb.
Yeah, we get a decent amount.
But yeah, that's
Um,
the
Most people will book along,
Yeah.
Might go just a little bit shorter.
which
Not
we
much.
prefer.
through the top.
Yeah. I think that look good.
Yeah, I see y'all have a bunch of chairs in here.
But you like where it's going?
Y'all
Yeah,
Oh, really?
we have. They're pretty much all filled. Some people have been taking off. Took off today. Hey, what's up, man?
You never know what style looks good on me.
We do. Let me see what we have.
I know for a fact I'm booked out today. Like,
Yeah,
back to back until
I'm not
done.
sure what. Just kind of look on here.
Yeah.
Let me see what
You doing all right today? What? You doing all right today?
Yeah, doing great.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah. It is quite nice. Huh? Today's the first. You can do.
Is my 2 open?
Yeah, your two's open.
Okay. Yeah, I can get with you in a second.
Sure, that's fine. Hang out.
Oh, that answers that question, doesn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy timing. I've had a bunch of different barbers, man. I had some crazy barbers before, dude. in Hattiesburg, you had like. So I first started getting my hair cut like this, and not like, you know, there's that time when every child starts to get away from where their mom wants them to go get their hair cut.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I'd go and I'd be like, I finally want to go to a barber. And so, and in community college, I had a guy that would cut hair in the dorms. And so I'd let him cut my hair as much as he could. And then
Man, close your eyes. Showering you
I'd
with
be-
hair. Okay, let's do this.
I'd
What are
be,
you
then
gonna
I went
say,
to
then? You're
Cary,
supposed to
and I was
take
like,
it.
all right, I'm going to find a barber here. And I found this like really ghetto
Yeah.
barber shop. And, you know, I'm the only white guy in there when I walk
Yeah,
in.
you're just
And
going.
like,
Just let you.
the dude doesn't say a word to me, but just gives me like the freshest fades,
All right.
you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, this is nice, but like, you know, I kind of want, you know, not to feel like that when I walk in a barber shop. And so then I found this one guy who had like, it was just his own shop, and it was just him, and he was cutting my hair, and he cut it once before, and it was nice. And so I decided, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go back to him. And so I booked with him online, and I show up, and it's just like, it's this woman, it's like a
Oh,
lady
really?
who like took over his shop for him. And like, I got my hair cut by her a couple of times, but the last time I ever got my hair cut by her, I showed up, and I mean, she was high as a kite. Like, I mean, she fell asleep cutting my hair.
Really?
Yeah, like she was holding my hair like you're doing right now, and she just like, I saw her eyes starting to shut, and her scissors just got super slow.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
crazy, man. I was so scared she was gonna like butcher my hair.
Did you like say something?
I saw her starting to go to sleep, and I'd be like, so, ask her a question. I mean, she still did a good job, but it was like, it was very interesting, and she was like kind of a, you know, a manlier woman, and so like, it was a very interesting experience. So, and then coming here, I think, where did I go after her? I think I found, I don't remember where I went after her, but I've had some interesting experiences with barbers, man.
Yeah, dude. Sounds
It was
like
crazy. I was so scared she was gonna chop off my ear or something on accident.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I'll never forget that. And she'd be like so invested in make like the one side of my fade, and she'd be like staring at it, and like
We'll see how that works.
and like cutting it so intensely, and then she'd like blink and realize she'd been stuck on the same part for like 5 minutes until she'd move.
You ever put anything here?
Yeah, I put stuff in it all the time. It's kind of, when it's cut, it's what I always put some stuff in the front to stand it up.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it's like more like matte look?
Yeah, right now I just use stuff that kind of makes it look a little glossy, but then once I comb through it, it starts to look a little more, you know, a little more smooth. But I'm trying to find some more stuff that's a little more natural, because the stuff I use now I feel like is just destroying my.
Well,
Let's
you
go.
came to the right spot.
Good, bro.
We have all natural products here.
Really? I want
Mhm.
to know what they are so I can order them if I need to.
Yeah, well, we sell them here.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'll put some in your hair and see if you like it.
Okay. Yeah, the stuff I use is like stuff from like Walmart. It's like, I just can tell it's just destroying my hair.
Yeah. What do you
Good team.
you like it to be pretty like a good hold, or?
Yeah, holding up to where it's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, but nothing that's like makes it look
Yeah,
like
yeah. I mean, you just.
like I'm a 12-year-old in high school that's got a mohawk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You had a full form face beard.
Yeah, so we use these products called Sheer Revival.
Yeah.
They're I'll let you smell it.
Oh, that smells good.
They're out of New Jersey, but it's all plant-based products.
Like I said, it's gonna be dry.
So
Yeah.
I love the way that the natural stuff smells.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that.
Different, but you can still run your hands with it.
Yeah.
with these products, like he was saying, they're all natural. We don't use anything that's like compounded or whatever.
Yeah.
And so if something you ever put in your hair that you get from here, like is too much, just add water.
Okay.
Yeah, so run your hands to it.
Cool.
Y'all are kind of a little bit more pump to it, kind of stiff. Yeah. This other thing too, so first up here, as you play, you need to lift this and you sit out. Just the bulk of the head straight. Oh yeah, and it's on. Cool. Ah. There you go. But look at the thing forward. Okay. It doesn't take a lot. About a dime size. Okay. A little bit. And you can put it in here to work always dry. Just put it on if you like, okay, too much, but yeah, that sounds good. That's alright. Yeah. And then just towel dry. And put it in your stuff. Okay. Don't go there in the shower and do your hair. Oh, you'll see so. So what's up? Am I cutting all your hair off? Am I cutting all your hair off? Come in here, do a ball fade, and come back with a bump. Like, gee.
What you got going on tonight? So what you got going on tonight? Anything?
Yeah, gotta go fix the wife's car.
Alright.
Yeah, I think her battery's dying.
What do you think?
And then we're going home to see my parents tonight.
Oh, where they at?
Meridian, outside of Collins. They live outside of Meridian in Collinsville.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the church and I got a bunch of lessons to do for the rest of the day, and then
Really? It's not good. Yeah, that's good.
hopefully
I
chill
like it. They got
doing
good
schoolwork.
That's it. That's what you want.
Is that pretty brutal, that school, or?
Honestly, the music side of NOBTS is pretty lenient.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But
good.
But I still have to take some theology stuff, so that stuff's kind of interesting. But it's not that bad. It's just being full-time staff and full-time students. Not fun. So
What did you think about the link and everything?
it was good. I think it was good on time. Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
Yeah, the contrast, like from the picture that you showed me,
Yeah.
what gives you more of that like kind of gradient look
Mm-hmm.
is not digging into much to that,
Mhm.
the top, because this is what provides that the shadow to be able to get that gradient.
Yeah.
A lot of times, some people will take like half fades like way too high, because this area you need more weight, you know, and the grow out's a lot better.
Yeah.
But it looks clean.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
That's good, man. You mind just like kind of wipe me down before I go back to this?
Oh yeah.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Man.
Yeah.
I don't know what all y'all do here.
Get home.
Some people are like sports clips and do like the whole thing. I don't need like a wash off or anything like that, but
Yeah, I'm very big into making sure people are, you know,
Able to go the
'cause
rest of
that's
the
the
day.
one thing that I used to hate. When
Yeah.
I hate feeling like hair all over me.
yeah, for sure.
So I always make sure like
Yes, I normally plan my days when I get haircuts around like, if it's bad, can I go home and wash it off? Because I live in Bellhaven, so like I'm right next to
Oh,
the
yeah.
church. And so I normally try to think about that. So I hate it when it happens like that.
Alright, so you're around 76.
Y'all take card?
Cash card.
yeah, we do.
Probably should have asked that before I said the
This
gym.
thing kind of works like a.
I think there was one barber that I went to that didn't take card, but he was like, "It's okay, I just let my clients go get cash." And I was like, "Really? You just let them come get a free haircut and then expect them all to come back?"
Yeah, yeah, we definitely take card.
How much is it, by the way?
It's 33.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then how much do you do for like a full beard workup?
There we go.
So I usually charge like for a beard shave, it's like 15.
Not like a, so like with that, with the haircut would be like what, 45, 50?
Alright, cool. Have a good one. You too.
I'm thinking like if I ever needed to get it lined up professionally.
Yeah. For sure, man. We'll do like a, which I'm about to do, but I don't know what you're typically used to, but we typically do like straight razor the neck.
Yeah. That's fine.